Hi there. So, have you had enough of right triangle trigonometry yet? Because here is another method that they could use to state right triangle trig. So, in this case, you would find the point. Now, keep in mind a point means the xy point on the terminal side of 5 pi over 4. So, remember, an initial side is always where it starts at 0. The terminal side is at 5 pi over 4. So, this angle is 5 pi over 4, and it has an x coordinate of -3, which makes sense because if I were to make a right triangle, notice right triangle trig again, the x coordinate, which aligns with the adjacent side of the triangle, is -3, which makes sense because we are on the negative side. Now, we're not actually going to use this when we're calculating the length because for Pythagorean theorem, you have to square everything, it becomes positive, but it is helpful to keep in mind that it is going to be negative because it correlates with the side of the x-axis that it's on. So what does this all mean? Well, keep in mind that what you are given is the angle. You are given the x value, which means to find the point, you need to find the y value. And the y value correlates with the opposite side of the triangle. So notice this is the angle. It correlates with the side opposite of the right triangle, and also see how it correlates with the y-axis. So adjacent is in relation to the x value. The opposite side is in relation to the y value. So when I'm given an angle and sides of a right triangle, I don't follow Pythagorean theorem because I only have one out of the three sides. I would need two out of the three sides for Pythagorean theorem. Instead, for right triangle, I would use SOHCAHTOA. Now again, opposite side correlates with the y value, and the adjacent side of the right triangle correlates with the x value. So opposite and adjacent means you're using tangent. So if I plug in everything that I have, I would write tangent. I'm given the angle, which is 5 pi over 4, equals the opposite side, which I'm looking for, I'll call it y, over the adjacent side, which I have, and I'm going to use -3. So in this case, I am just going to get y by itself to solve for the opposite side. I would multiply both sides by -3. And then from here, I'm going to bring down the -3, and I know the tangent of 5 pi over 4 because that is on the unit circle. So this whole question is not pertaining to the unit circle. You're just applying the knowledge you have from the unit circle to solve this problem. So if you look at tangent of 5 pi over 4, and I know you have the unit circle, but I'm just trying to teach you some memorization tips. Remember, all students take calculus. So in the third quadrant, tangent is positive. Any radian value over 4 for tangent is going to be 1, whether it be -1 or +1, depending on its quadrant, but it's going to be +1 in this case, equals y. So y equals -3. So it's asking for the point on the terminal side, which means the xy value. I already have the x, which is given to me, that's -3, and the y value now I have is also -3. Which makes sense because if I plot the point -3, -3, it does correlate with where I'm at the angle. All right, guys, hope this helps.